Welcome to the Gym Success Podcast, and a big welcome to all of you listening today. Gym owners, operators, managers, salespeople, gym entrepreneurs, and personal trainers. I'm Bonnie.
And I'm George. And today, we're going to be taking you through a really insightful white paper by jthomas.
Yeah, our goal is to give you some truly actionable insights, things you can actually apply to your business, like right now.
Absolutely. Because for every single one of you out there in the fitness industry, there's this crossroads that inevitably arrives, doesn't it? Do you stay in, scale up, or sell out?
It's bound to happen. Whether it's 3 years in or maybe 3 decades later, that one truth just remains. An exit is, well, eventually it's inevitable.
And that really hits the core problem jthomas flags in his work.
It does. He points out that most fitness entrepreneurs, they just don't think about an exit strategy until their backs are against the wall.
Right, until things get tough.
Exactly. They wait until the walls feel like they're closing in, burnout's creeping up, maybe memberships are dipping, revenue's slowing down, stress is building.
And by that point, the business is clearly, undeniably trending down. And frankly, it's desperation, not strategy, that's driving the decisions. It's all reaction, zero proaction.
And that's precisely what we want to unpack today. We're focusing on jthomas's white paper, the importance of having an exit strategy for your gym business, why you must sell when trending up, not down.
Yeah, we're going to dig into this. It's essential stuff, really, tailored for you listening, to pull out the most practical, actionable insights.
So what's the game plan?
Okay, so we're going to set the stage, explain why having this exit strategy isn't just, a nice to have, but a real game changer.
Okay.
We'll explore how you can maximize your return, get the most money by selling on the upswing when things are actually going well.
And what about if things aren't going so well?
Crucially, yes. For those facing challenges, we'll cover the steps to take if your gym is already showing signs of decline. Because gym's core message is this: a smart exit plan. It's not just about walking away.
It's about how you walk away.
Precisely. It's about walking away completely on your terms, getting the return you really deserve for all that blood, sweat, and tears.
Okay, let's get into part 1. Why every gym owner needs this exit strategy. It's fascinating, isn't it? How many gyms are launched with just incredible vision, so much energy, pure hustle.
Oh yeah, the passion is usually off the charts.
But like jthomas points out, so rarely is there an end game in mind. It's like building a rocket but having no idea where it's meant to land.
That's a great way to put it.
And the paper uses this powerful analogy. It compares building a business without an exit plan to training without recovery. Why does that analogy hit so close to home for gym owners?
It really lands, doesn't it? Because just like an athlete pushing without any rest.
Yeah.
An entrepreneur can feel super strong at first, hitting those early PBs in revenue or member numbers. But without that built-in recovery, that plan for transition for exit, you're just setting yourself up for breakdown.
Makes sense.
The business, and often the owner too, eventually just collapses under the strain. So connecting this back, a clear exit strategy is fundamental. And the white paper lays out why very clearly.
Okay, what are those core reasons?
Well, first, it clarifies your long-term goals. It gives you actual milestones, turn those big dreams into like a strategic map.
So it's not just about the final exit, it shapes your actions now.
Exactly right. Knowing where you're heading helps you figure out the steps to get there. Second, and this one's huge, it significantly reduces burnout.
Ah, burnout, the bane of many owners.
Tell me about it. Think about the grind, right? Running a gym, it's 24/7 for so many. Having a financial and emotional horizon, a finish line you're actually working towards, that changes everything psychologically.
How so?
Well, it fights that feeling of just being on an endless treadmill. It gives you a powerful motivator. You're not just surviving day to day, you're building towards something specific.
That's interesting. So it's a mental health benefit too, not just financial.
Absolutely. Gives you purpose beyond the daily fires. Third, it maximizes value. This plan, it forces you to align your everyday operations with what a potential buyer actually wants to see.
Okay, so you start running it differently.
Yeah, you run it like a valuable asset, not just, a job that pays your bills. Fourth, and this is really critical, it protects your family and your future.
Right, because life happens.
Exactly. Stuff comes up. Health issues, family changes, maybe just wanting something new. Having that exit strategy means you're prepared. It minimizes disruption, potential financial hardship.
And the last one?
And finally, maybe the most surprising one. The paper suggests it actually makes you a better operator.
How?
Because Knowing your exit plan forces you to run your business like an asset you intend to sell someday. So you naturally become more disciplined, you focus on systems, you build transferable value. It just makes the whole operation tighter.
So wrapping up this section, what's the bottom line for everyone listening?
The bottom line, and the research really drives this home, it's stark but true. If you don't proactively plan your exit, the market, or maybe worse, your own exhaustion, will decide it for you.
That's a powerful thought. So take a moment, seriously, consider this. Are you actively planning your exit right now, or are you kind of just letting circumstances dictate things? That choice, it really does make all the difference. Okay, so we've established why this plan is so vital. But then the big question is when? When's the absolute best time to pull the trigger? If someone's listening and thinking about an exit, what's the optimal timing according to Jim Thomas? What's the secret sauce?
This is where the wisdom in the paper really shines. Jim Thomas has this fantastic, almost counterintuitive advice. The best time to sell your gym is when you don't have to.
When you don't have to. Okay, unpack that.
Think about it. When you're in that position, you hold all the cards, right? You have the leverage. Your business is thriving. You're not desperate. And buyers.
Yeah.
Well, they're not just looking at the P&L sheet.
They're looking at something else.
They're attracted to the momentum. They're buying into future opportunity, the growth they can see continuing. It's exciting for them.
That makes total sense. So it's less about just being profitable today and more about projecting success tomorrow. What are the clear, tangible signs that a gym is really trending up?
The paper's very specific here, no vague stuff, but gym trending up usually shows strong and consistently increasing revenue. That's key.
Not just flat.
Right, growing. Memberships are growing steadily, not just holding steady, or worse, dropping. Your staff, this is a big one, is stable, engaged, performing well. That signals operational health.
What else?
Online reviews, Google, Yelp, they're glowing. That builds trust organically. And maybe most importantly, the business has systems and processes humming along efficiently without you needing to be there 24/7.
The owner independence piece.
That right there is a massive value driver for any buyer.
That level of independence sounds like the dream for any business owner, honestly, not just someone selling. But why does selling on the upswing work so much better? What's the psychology from the buyer's side?
It's all about perceived value and that future potential we talked about. The research highlights buyers are fundamentally buying future opportunity, not just rewarding your past effort or buying your current equipment.
So the momentum directly impacts the price.
Directly. That positive momentum boosts the multiples on your earnings because they see a business that's already winning and likely needs less immediate heavy lifting from them.
And you're in the driver's seat.
Completely. It puts you firmly in control of the conversation. You have the power to walk away from lowball offers. Because remember, you don't need to sell.
Right.
Your gym isn't just listed for sale. It's strategically positioned as this high-value asset primed for more success. It screams to buyers, this thing's a rocket ship. Get on board while it's still climbing.
Which leads us to that stark warning that really comes through in the white paper.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Far too many owners just wait. They wait for the hardship, for that burnout feeling or that desperation before they even think about selling.
And by then?
By then it's too late, often.
Right.
Once the gym hits decline mode, everything flips. Valuation plummets, buyer enthusiasm just evaporates, and your negotiating power, gone.
Yep. You're no longer selling a thriving asset. You're often just trying to offload a problem. And that's a very, very different conversation.
Okay, let's pivot now and address a really crucial situation for potentially many people listening. What if your gym is already showing those signs of decline? And let's be real, it happens, right? Markets shift, new competitors pop up, personal energy flags.
But the reality of business, absolutely.
Jim Tompkins' advice here is crystal clear. Don't panic, and whatever you do, do not list it yet.
Please don't.
Because selling a business on the downslope, it almost guarantees you're going to get deeply discounted offers, you'll have way fewer interested buyers, and honestly, you'll probably end up with this lingering sense of regret afterwards. Why is resisting that urge to sell immediately so critical when things look bleak?
It really boils down to protecting your investment and, frankly, your future. Selling for weakness means you're basically accepting a fire sale price for something you've poured years, maybe decades, into.
So what's the alternative then?
The alternative, and this is what's fascinating in the paper, is instead of selling out of desperation, you launch a strategic turnaround.
A turnaround, okay.
The goal is stabilize the ship, rebuild that lost momentum, and then only then you sell from a position of renewed strength. It's about grabbing the wheel again, being proactive, and ultimately maximizing your return.
That's a definite shift in mindset from victim to strategist. And the paper actually gives a practical turnaround strategy
It
checklist.
is, yeah.
And what I found really motivating was that this isn't some huge, daunting multi-year plan. It suggests it can take a focused 90 to 120 days, provided there's urgency. Can you walk us through those key steps?
Absolutely. And that timeline is key. First step, full audit.
Mhm.
Dig deep into the numbers. Your cost per acquisition, revenue per member, find those operational bottlenecks. Where's the bleeding happening? Got to know the problem first.
Precisely. Second, aggressively rebuild traffic and visibility. Run targeted referral promotions. Get those former members back in the door with win-back campaigns. Make some noise.
Okay, get proactive with marketing.
Third, don't be afraid to hire help. Seriously, a gym turnaround consultant like jthomas, they bring objectivity, experience. They can compress that timeline and maximize results because they've done this before.
Get an outside perspective.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Fourth, refresh the facility. Doesn't have to be a massive overhaul. Small strategic upgrades can make a big difference, visually and psychologically for members and staff. A coat of paint, some new lighting.
Little things add up.
They really do. Fifth, track your KPIs weekly, religiously. Leads, appointments booked, EFT numbers, sales volume, churn rate. You need to see if the needle is moving. Track that momentum.
Data doesn't lie.
And finally, set a clear timeline. Once things have stabilized, then you work with your broker or advisor to prepare a quiet, confidential listing. Don't broadcast it too early. You mentioned that 90 to 120-day turnaround timeline. Why is that specific, compressed time frame so important? It felt really motivating, like there's light at the end of the tunnel.
It's absolutely crucial because it injects that sense of urgency and cuts through the feeling of being overwhelmed, that analysis paralysis.
Right, it feels achievable.
Exactly. Many owners see decline and think, oh man, this will take years to fix. But a focused 90, 120-day plan breaks it into manageable sprints. You prioritize, you execute fast, you see tangible results quickly.
And that builds confidence.
And it provides proof. That rapid proof of progress fuels your own motivation. Plus, it gives you the hard data you need to show potential buyers, look, the ship has turned around. It makes your gym attractive again, even if it was struggling just months before.
Okay, so let's assume someone's done the work. They've either turned it around successfully or maybe they're already thriving and thinking ahead. What is it that a buyer really sees or wants to see when they look at a gym?
jthomas nails it with this quote. Buyers aren't just buying your equipment in your four walls. They're buying a machine that produces money and can run without the original owner.
A machine that produces money and runs without the owner. Wow. Break that down for us. What does that really mean in practice?
That quote, it just perfectly encapsulates the whole philosophy of building a truly sellable business. It means you've created an asset with inherent value, completely separate from your personal presence.
Okay.
And the paper details these core drivers of a sellable gym. First off, reliable revenue streams. It's paramount. Buyers absolutely love consistent, predictable cash flow.
Like EFTs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially electronic funds, transfers for memberships, but also solid personal training package sales, maybe some retail. Things that show stability month after month.
Makes sense. What's next?
Second, clean financials. This is non-negotiable. Clear books, separate business accounts, good documentation. Buyers need transparency and accuracy to build trust. If the books are a mess, they'll walk.
So getting your financial house in order is almost as critical as the revenue itself.
Almost. I'd say it's just as critical. It minimizes their perceived risk. Third, documented systems and SOPs, standard operating procedures.
Nina.
Meaning, can someone new step in tomorrow and run the place smoothly? Are there established procedures for sales, marketing, member service, opening, closing, cleaning, all of it?
Like a playbook for the business.
Exactly. Fourth, trained, stable staff. Low turnover and clear lines of accountability show the business isn't just dependent on one or two superstars, including you.
Good point.
Fifth, your reputation and reviews. Google, Yelp, social media, that online credibility builds huge buyer trust and shows you have real community engagement.
Social proof.
Yep. And finally, back to that critical point, owner independence. If the gym only functions properly when you are physically there micromanaging everything, well then it's not really a business they can buy.
It's just a job.
It's an incredibly demanding job you're trying to sell them. A buyer wants a business they can own, not another job they have to show up to every single day.
That's such powerful advice. And the paper really stresses starting to build these assets now, even if selling feels years away. Why the emphasis on long-term thinking here?
It's all about future-proofing your investment, your asset. Building these elements, the systems, the clean books, the stable staff, it doesn't just significantly boost your valuation when you do decide to sell.
It does more.
It fundamentally reduces the buyer's perceived risk. A well-oiled machine humming along with clear procedures and financials is just far less risky than some chaotic operation totally dependent on the founder.
And that helps the deal itself.
Massively. It makes for much smoother closings because the due diligence process becomes way easier when everything is documented and transparent. You're essentially investing today in your future leverage and, honestly, your future peace of mind.
Okay, let's bring it all together. What does this mean for you listening right now, regardless of where your gym business currently stands?
Jim Thomas provides a really clear checklist, immediate actions based on your status.
Yeah.
So if you're currently thriving, the advice is be proactive. Don't get complacent.
What specifically?
Get a professional gym valuation. Know what you're actually worth today. Then identify maybe 3 to 5 concrete ways you can increase that value even more over the next year.
Keep improving.
And then start mapping out a strategic 1 to 3 year exit timeline with an advisor. That puts you firmly in control.
Okay, so for those riding high, it's about strategy, not coasting. What about gyms that feel, well, stagnant, stuck in neutral?
If you're stagnant, the first step is some honest self-reflection. Reassess your goals. Do you genuinely have the fire to reignite growth, or is it maybe time to start planning a strategic exit?
Be honest with yourself.
Absolutely. Then, make some small but meaningful reinvestments, things that could boost morale or efficiency without breaking the bank. And definitely get a second opinion.
Like a consultant.
Yeah, a gym consultant could bring fresh eyes, maybe reignite your direction, help you break out of that plateau.
And finally, for those who are unfortunately seeing a decline.
If you're declining, the message is loud and clear. Do not sell yet.
Hold off.
Begin that turnaround strategy today, like right now, with urgency. Build significant proof of progress, show you've stopped the bleeding, and are rebuilding momentum before you even whisper the word sell to the market.
Got it. Turn it around first.
Selling a broken business almost never ends well for the seller.
This brings our discussion almost to a close. Jim Thomas's central message, it really resonates, doesn't it? You've poured years, your life, your passion, your sweat equity into building something valuable.
So much work goes into it.
So when it is finally time to sell, you absolutely should not settle for less than you deserve. And that means preparing now, not when you're exhausted or discouraged or backed into a corner.
The core reminders from his white paper are just so powerful. First, you should exit because it's the right time for you as a strategic choice, not because you're out of road.
Your terms.
Second, the best exits, the ones that really reward the owner, they always happen when the business is healthy, thriving, full of that positive momentum.
Sell from strength.
And third, if you are struggling right now, the good news is you absolutely can fix it. But you can't wait too long to ask for help and actually implement a strategic turnaround plan.
Don't wait until it's too late.
Exactly.
And here's that final provocative thought from Jim Thomas's paper we wanted to leave you with, something to really chew on. No one opens a gym planning to sell it, but the most successful owners know it's not if you exit, it's how.
It's all about the how.
We really encourage you to think about your own how. What does that look like for you? So for those of you listening who feel ready, maybe ready to develop that exit plan, or you're looking to seriously increase your gym's value, perhaps you need help turning a struggling facility around, or maybe you're quietly getting ready to list your thriving gym. Jim Thomas is available to help.
That's right. You can reach Jim Thomas directly at Fitness Management and Consulting. His phone number is 214-629-7223.
Okay, that's 214-629-7223.
Or you can email him, jthomas@fmconsulting.net. That's JTHOMAS at fmconsulting.net.
Got it. Email or phone.
And you can also find more resources on his website, which is simply fmconsulting.net. He's got over 35 years of experience doing exactly this, helping gym owners boost profits, scale up, turn clubs around, and ultimately sell for top dollar.
Fantastic resource. So take action today. Let's get a plan in place, your plan, that gets you the return you truly deserve for all that incredible hard work.